Booyah, baby! Woo!
Alright, y'all. This is first set of the year here in Louisiana. Been working our butt off out here trying to get things ready. Like I told y'all before, it was kind of up in the air if we was going to be able to hunt or not. But it turned out we was. Been out here bush hogging, getting feeders set up, trying to get some throw and mow plots going. Needing some rain, and didn't get a chance to spray them, so I'm not sure how good they gonna do. So far, there has not been anything on camera that I would consider a shooter. It is early, feeders ain't been out but a week, so anything can happen. Hopefully I can at least see some deer today and get y'all some good footage. Today is it's Tuesday, October, I think the 26th or 27th, I'm not sure. So we'll see what happens. It's the first time sitting here. I hunted this stand a couple times last year. Didn't kill any deer off of it. It got took over by hogs, and right now, so far, we've been hog free. So we'll see what happens this evening. Hopefully I can at least get y'all some good footage. I'm Jansen Clark with Hooks, Horns, and Spurs Outdoors. We'll be back shortly. Alright, y'all, this is kind of a panoramic view of some lanes we got cut. You can see the feeder down there about 120 yards or so. Real thick stuff out this way. Zoom out a little bit so you can see a little better what you're looking at here. Big long lane right here. It's got some mesh up. I'm not sure how good you can better see through it. Yeah, you can see the big long lane right there. That's where a lot of our deer come from over there. And then back over here. Zoom back out. Not sure how much of it you're gonna be able to see, but I know there's a big field over there. It's real thick back here behind me. Hadn't seen any deer in the field ever, but that don't mean it won't happen. So just getting close to 4 o'clock here now. Go sit back, relax, and hopefully get y'all some footage of some deer slipping in here to give them a little bite to eat as it gets later. Jansen Clark here, and we'll be back shortly.
Alright, so the first deer for the evening was a lone doe. She first come out, she kind of just eased across the lane, come out of some thick stuff, heading back into some thick stuff, and she eventually come back out probably 10-15 minutes later. She stayed out there a little bit and kept kind of looking behind her. So I knew there had to be something back there in the woods. But then she eased back into the thick stuff and then come back out. And when she come back out, she wasn't out, I don't know, a minute or two, and her 2 yearlings showed up. They kind of fed for a minute, they eased back into the thick stuff. Then I'd say probably 5 or 10 minutes later, they eased back out into the lane, and they stayed there until I got down. I mean, they spent the whole time eating on the new growth from, I guess, from either bush hogging, or they may be some of the racehorse oats that we threw out for the throwing motor starting to come up a little bit after that rain. I couldn't see any from the deer stand, and I didn't walk down there before I got up in the stand, but they was definitely feeding on something out there. They eventually made their way to the feeder. Once they made it there, it was almost dark, and all I could really see with the naked eye was going to be silhouettes. So I didn't even try to get any video footage of that, but you know, all in all, these deer probably hung out hour and a half. So I was able to get some awesome footage. I did watch that doe work on a scrape and lick the licking branch, and that was pretty cool. I didn't get that on video. I actually got the camera rolling not long after that. But it was cool, you know, just to sit back and watch some deer in their natural environment and just do what deer do. But, however, coming up day 2 of the hunt, things got a little bit more interesting.
Alright, y'all. It's October 29th. Just slipped in here to one of my stands down in the hardwoods. Actually bumped a doe out coming in. She never blew, she just kind of eased on off. I don't think she ever got a whiff of what I was. Just set this stand up earlier this week, so I think it was Monday or Sunday, something like that, so I ain't been out real long. The expectations ain't super high, just kind of more or less wanted to pull the cards, see if anything good been coming in here, and maybe get lucky and see some deer. It's a good afternoon, got a cold front running in, or rolling in, been raining all yesterday pretty much, last night stopped, so we'll see what's going to happen. Second hunt of the year with the old 444 and some nice looking area. Maybe we can get something done this evening. Dancing Clark, hook horns and spurs outdoors. We'll be back shortly. Alright, y'all, getting close to that magic hour here. It's about 5:50 right now. I think legal shoot time's over about 7:05. Got a little over an hour left. Hadn't seen nothing yet. Wind has laid down a lot. I think when I got in the stand it was gusting to 14. And now it's barely blowing. I'm hoping this last hour we'll get some movement. Be nice to be able to get some footage of some deer and maybe get lucky and see an old biggin. I'll be back if we got any more action. Y'all sit tight.
First deer of the evening was a nice doe. She come in from the south of me, come out, hung out for a little bit, and fed at the feeder, which is what we was trying to get done. This feeder hadn't been out there but a couple of days at this point, so it's good to actually see some deer coming in and using the feeder. Doe got in here and been feeding for a bit. She kept looking over her shoulder pretty hard, so I knew it had to be something coming in. And I was thinking probably some more does or whatnot, but it actually turned out to be a really nice young 2.5, maybe 3.5-year-old 10-point. This buck's definitely one, and I think it's going to be a stud here in a couple years. He's probably 110, 115 inches right now. And all he can do is go up from there. This property's known to produce some really big deer, and I think he's going to be one of them in a couple years. It's going to be something special. He hung out for quite some time. He ate at the feeder, and he actually eased off. Doe went back to the feeder, and then he come back, ate some more, and it was just all in all a good afternoon, being able to watch the deer, do deer things, and it was nice seeing him out there for such a long period of time. As it got closer and closer to dark, there was 3 or 4 more does that eased in. They come to the feeder, and I actually didn't get this on footage, but the buck actually run them off the feeder, and they kind of just milled around in the area. Once he left, I could still see him. He went back there, made some rubs and some scrapes along the creek, and he eased off. And once he eased off, they was able to get back to the feeder and actually do some eating. They probably hung around 5-10 minutes, but by this time it had done got way too dark to get any footage. And actually, I tried to let them ease off before I climbed down. It was well after dark before I ever climbed down, just not wanting to bump anything. And it turns out that actually was a smart deal, letting them get out of the area. And I recommend, if you got deer in the area and you can't get out without being undetected, give them some time. If you got to sit there 10-15 minutes longer to do it, I'd rather do that than mess up the area and bump deer out of there. So for the second sit of the year, and no longer than stuff's been out and prepared, I'd call this a success. It was great seeing some deer, and it was even better being able to sit back and watch a new and up and coming buck that I think is going to be a giant someday. Like I said, all in all, great second hunt of the year, and looking forward to more in the future.